with it right. Here with who I started with, be something like a Spartan. It's going hard regardless. I'm from the 826 plus 5. Mo bitches, 8 Central Coast mob and suicide. Always arsonists. I step in the booth and cast. I gotta keep it lit. Engineer all my music. I work hard at this.
That's right, and we're back on ChicanoTube. Do me a favor, Raza, that's all I ask, man. Hit that like button one more time. I appreciate you guys spending that lunchtime, that quick, that midday fix. I appreciate you guys, man. Hit that like button too. Do me a favor. It don't cost nothing, cabrones. We don't tax. We don't charge anything, man. Just hit that like button one more time. Make a couple announcements and keep it pushing, because tonight it's on and cracking again. We'll be in Chicano Street Studios because, man, we got a lot to talk about. Some of that I'm going to be talking about right now, but you already know what it is. We got to go through the formalities. Man, gracias to all the day oneers that have been rocking with me, man. The first couple hundred, man, the first couple thousand that we got are right here from the 831. Right here is where I spent all my life, man. All my life. I got 44 years and 1 month, coming up on 2 months on this earth right here. And I appreciate everyone from the 831 that I go around town and I see people all the time, man, in and out, the Home Depot, different places all the time, say, man, you're doing a good thing. That's all I need to keep it going. That and you guys joining, hitting the like, hitting the dislike, which I call the chinga tu madre button. Hitting the dislike is cool, or just dropping a comment, man. Speaking of comments, man, we broke a record, gente, with Kia We, my brother from another mother, man. I appreciate him and all the knowledge that he's got, and a very, very unique indigenous perspective. Gente, we got 715 comments, which I checked my analytics, was the all-time record for ChicanoTube with the guest on 715 comments. I appreciate you guys. You guys wanted to know a lot about that indigenous history. And that's why I had to drop like 8, 9, 10 clips. That's what you guys wanted to see. And then I did another live. Y'all mad at Kiawi for just speaking his mind? You can't be mad, man. Oh, well, you can be, right? It's a free country. But what I'm saying is that when a viewer expresses his own opinions, you could take it or leave it. You could jam it or slam it. You could pump it or dump it. Oh, the lyrics is coming out. But anyways, I appreciate you guys for hitting that like, man. Give me a second, gente, as we get this midday fix cracking. A couple things we're going to talk about tonight. Just a couple of things we're going to talk about tonight. We're going to give you guys an update on the Yolanda Lali's mom situation. She's had activists outside that detention center. Man, I think they've been spending the night over there. Where is it? In the city of Otay. I got to be honest with you. I don't even know where that's at. Is that in LA? Is that by LA? I don't even know where Otay is. Otay, California. So we're gonna be giving you an update tonight on the Lali situation. We're also going to be updating you tonight on the story that broke yesterday or Sunday night about months and months long investigation over into the juvenile gladiator fights that have been going down at Los Padrinos detention center in Los Angeles, which is for minors, which is the youngsters, okay? Pinche Los Padrinos. They're the ones that always donate for the quinceañera and shit, you know what I mean? Padrino de las flores. Padrino del salón. Padrino. Just say you need feria, man. Stop trying to put a padrino on everything and say, help me out. I'm just kidding. Can you buy the zapatos? Can you buy the muñeca? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. So raza, cancel them. We're going to be talking about that situation tonight. Also, we'll also be addressing, because, you know, we hit some politics on ChicanoTube, where we're live right now. So we'll also be talking about the State of the Union, a couple little key excerpts that I want to glean out of the State of the Union. But before I forget, the last seat, the very last seat, is now available, gente. This one is a banger. This one is gonna be one for the books. I'll tell you that. Um, I got I got a lot of new panelists, and a lot of them are activists. A lot of them are activists, right? First thing what I do is when I put it out there on IG, TikTok, YouTube, whatever, is I want to get the names, and you guys send me dozens and dozens and dozens of names, right? I want to go to their pages. I don't just want kickback people. I don't just want chill people. I just don't want people who are just going to take up a seat, because the 10 seats get taken up every month, like off the back, like like full extra say, off the bat. So we got a lot of new faces, a lot of young activists that I checked out their pages. Most of them are in college. Most of them are young activists. Most of them are on fire. They got the passion inside of them to voice their voice. Those are the ones that I want. Those are the ones that I want. So 9 already taken, of course, including me, right? I got to be on the square, right? 9 already taken the very last seat. And you guys drop a comment on who you guys want to see for the March Town Hall. It's going to get interesting. We're going to bring up all these key hot topics, man. All these topics that people have been chiming in. I'm going to bring them all up again. We're going to talk about Jocelyn Rojo again. We're definitely going to talk about immigration and deportation again, which leading us to the Yolanda Citlali's mom with bone cancer situation. They've been outside the detention center now for a couple days. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 things we'll talk about. The time absolutely flies. Just a heads up, a PSA for all of the guests. If you have a podcast studio, or let's just say if you have capability to stream, you have all of the rights and permissions to stream this on your own platform. If you don't have that, but you have 2 phones, say you have 2 phones, right? You can Mickey Mouse it and make it work. One camera is on you. The other one, you could point it to the laptop, or you could have it as a separate angle. Point it to the laptop. If you had like a separate laptop to show the all of us talking, would be great as well. That means you could stream it over here, but you'll be on the video chat over here. So I just want to throw that disclaimer out, because the goal of it, gente, is to get our voices be heard. That's the goal. The goal is for all of us to be in unison on one page. Fuck all that. All they do is see us throwing mud at each other. Sa, sa, sa. And the mud slinging, I get it. It comes from a place of emotion. I get it. It comes from a place of being passionate about your position on that issue. I get it. But I also want the people to understand this. The only way to get to a solution on any matter is to have everybody sit at the pinchy table. We got to have that conversation, man. We got to be able to take off our biases, take off the red glasses, take off the blue glasses, and let's have a conversation, because at the end of the day, what we want is everyone to prosper. And of course, specifically here, who we target: Chicanos, Chicanas, Mexicanos, Mexicanas. That's just our lane that we created on YouTube. Now, of course, you got other people that are saying that the YouTube yarda genre. Yeah, I mean, that's another channel. That's a whole nother conversation. That's Chicano Street TV. That's the second channel that we got. Okay, that's not ChicanoTube, man. Over here, we're gonna learn something. Over here, we're gonna state opinions. We're gonna talk about what's happening. We're gonna point out if there's hypocrisy, swindlers, scammers, what the raza should look out for. But again, the opinion of the host is just that of me, cabrones. When I bring someone else, like the town halls, dale gas. Dale gas. Level bonds. Wes Watson's in the house. That's right, my boy. I appreciate you, man. Fast ass Dave's in the car. He said, "Void that shit." Hey, fast ass Dave, what are you avoiding, cabron? What are you avoiding? You're like, void that shit ASAP, man. Void my subscription, man. That's right, fast ass Dave, man. I'm here working, pero tapped in. Well, I appreciate you, amiga. Just watch out for the supervisors, okay? I'm not trying to get anyone. We don't want to get anyone on unemployment, amiga. You already know how it is. Now, unemployment is barely going to start going down, okay? It almost hit 7%. Then they were lying on TV saying it was at 3%. For 4 years, they lied to us, amiga, and said it was like at 3.5, 3.2, that even it got to as low as 3. But anyone that works in the financial district, in the financial sectors, all we see is money. And these are corroborated by a lot of reports, right? The MBA, Mortgage Banking Association, okay? Fannie Mae, the Fannie Mae Association. All these reports, right? Because people, you know what I do, right? I sell homes. I work with sellers and private investors, right? I'm telling you, the numbers are getting better, but they were really at about 6.8, which you could round up, but 6.8 unemployment. So we should be seeing that go down, man. That's right, Cabrón. You can't be mad. You right. Yeah, you can't be mad, man. And people sometimes they get on my bumper, man. People get on my bumper. Mikey, you're not going in. Oh, trust me, I can go in. You don't think I but no one is ever gonna come to Chicano Street Studios and ever think, oh, Mikey just does an interview to kind of warm you up. And then at the right time, he'll throw the javelin at you. You know what I mean? He'll have you ducking arrows the rest of the pinche interview. It's not about that, man. I want you because the people wanted me to bring you on the platform. Most of the people I bring on are highly requested. Since you wanted me to bring them on the platform, it's never a setup. It's always, come on, chime in on my regular conversation every week. And so that's easy just to introduce. It's always a great conversation. But, you know, there's some of those say, Mikey, you're too soft. Pinche vato blandito, man. I get it, man. And hit that pinche dislike button too. That's what it's there for, cabron. Fast ass Dave's in the casa. That's right, my boy. What's going on? Let's talk to me, man. What's going on? Tennessee whiskey, cabron. I did a wedding the other month. I was in Kentucky, fast ass Dave. I was in Kentucky. That what is it called? The local draft beer they got over there. Oh man, it went down smooth, but man, I was in until the minute after the event and in between every airplane flight, I was DUI. Of course, it's okay to be DUI. You're at the airports and shit. Just don't lose your bag and don't lose your iPhone, cabrones. Okay, don't be a pendejo and lose $1,000 phone. Okay, then it's too much for you. Okay, when that kind of shit starts happening, you know, start blacking out, losing shit. Okay, that kind of lets you know. Okay, you reach your limit. You know what I mean? Give it a chance. That's right, cabron. I appreciate you, Chuck, the builder. Who will be? Should we just start naming? Should we just start saying who's gonna be in the house? But I said I wouldn't until I get the flyer, man. I got one more seat. One more seat. I appreciate you, Chuck, the builder, cabron. I checked out your IG, cabron, man. Hey, you keep getting your money way. You keep getting your money. At the end of the day, cardio is what adds to our life. And weights is what adds to our body, which is the muscle, which is what guys want, right? Big ass shoulders, arms, chest. That's what guys want. You keep getting your money covered on. You're motivating me, man. Hey, Saif, I got to hit the translate button, brother. My bad and shit. YouTube should come out with the translate button. That way people are Chicano Street. Because again, we got it popping over here, man. We're on the West Coast. We're in California. They're talking about us. We're the Mecca of podcasting. We are not knocking any other state, but we're the Mecca. They look at us, man. They say those guys from the West Coast, those guys from California, little bit different, man. Little bit different sazon, a little bit different flavor. But that town hall is so good, especially the last time we streamed it. I had 6 of the guests streaming. 6 of the guests, including me, and I have one, two. I have like 4 destinations that I could stream it to. Right, 4 or 5. I can't do TikTok yet. Last time I was trying to do TikTok, they wanted me to send them a photo with some numbers to verify a pin. I'm like, damn, they want me to verify like I'm not someone that was kidnapped or some shit. I don't know. It was weird and shit. But I will do that and then eventually get on TikTok. But on TikTok, we're on our last strike, gente. Remember, the censorship that's been getting removed lately now, that's been happening now. We even heard about it at the State of the Union. Some people like that, some people don't like that. I kind of don't understand those that don't like it, but they benefit from having it, but it's okay. That's what, we have discussions for, right? The censorship has been lifted. Now you could talk about all the fucked up shit that happened to you from 2020 to 2024, and IG won't even strike you down. That's a trip, man. That's a good thing. Maybe Zuck, maybe he's Zuck 3.0. Maybe he's getting a little bit of machina. He's busting burpees. I think he let the beard grow. He's turning into a California kid and shit. I don't know. Patricia laugh out loud. That's right. Orale, Georgie. That's right, cabron. I appreciate you, man. El Chapo, man. We're going to be talking about tonight the 29 cartel members that landed in the USA. Did Mexico betray them? Did Mexico sell out its own people? Mexico has an extradition law with the United States. Some countries don't. Most of them do, though. Over 90% do. But some countries don't. And some people see that as a way to protect people you just don't want to leave the country. Basically putting a blanket on someone. Instead of them face justice, they'll be in the gray, area skating by. Some countries don't, but we'll talk about that tonight. 29 cartel members, and a couple of them have U.S. bodies, to my understanding. I don't know the exact numbers. I don't know the numbers, but a couple of them have U.S. bodies. We'll talk about that. All that's out there. We'll bring it up either on the Google page. We'll bring it up on the IG news page. We'll do something tonight, all right? 6 o'clock, man. 6 o'clock. I appreciate you, mi amiga. ChicanoTube ladies are in the house. 4 100s, a pinchy flame, and a thumbs up. I appreciate you. Patricia says, true. It's true. Every voice has to be represented, man. It's not the red channel. It's not the blue channel. On this panel right here, we got about 4 activists that are activists, and they're new to the town hall. I think you're going to enjoy it. And of course, I'll get all the shit. Of course, I'll get all the heat. I'll take all the bullets in the comment section after, if whatever, right? But it's biased, that goes out the window immediately with this town hall right here. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. I already want to say the names. Do I have 10? I got to check my DMs. The 10th might have confirmed. And if so, hey, Wicked, shoot the graphic, cabron. He's probably listening in right now, man. My boy, shout out to the graphic designer from the 831. Cabron, the town hall flyer, the last one you did, you got down, James Brown. So shoot me another one way. I need another one. The last one looked like shit. It looked like we're in Congress. Pinchy Wicked put us in Congress. No, it was like in front of the city hall, huh? San Francisco. That was a bad thumbnail. Get off, cabron. I'm going to count them right now, Wicked, because I might have the 10th one. I was sending some last DMs last night, way. And what I do too is I'll send the channel, I'll send a video. That way they can link to the channel and look at it. I want them to feel comfortable. You know what I mean? I want them to know this is all transparency over here, And again, what I always tell all of them, though, is the point is getting your voice out there. your voice. We're reaching a lot more people, man. We're coming up on 14K. That's just on YouTube. That's not IG, TikTok, but we're coming up on 14K. Daniel Berry Sports. That's right. I know they want me to talk about Davis. He's at a bad moment in his career right now. It's a black eye moment. Davis had a black eye. For one, he knows he took the L in the ring. I want to say he buckled like twice. Two is excuses. No one wants to hear excuses. Hey, she braided me up 2 days ago, and the damn grease. Oh my god. You know, I bet you Floyd is clowning right now because I was Floyd's boy, but until the stock went too high for Floyd to want to pay. I'm ready for lunch. That's right. She's Mexicana. That's right. Hey guys, you ain't lying to me. People say Fierro, Fierro, and people didn't know that name comes from a person whose last name was actually Fierro, and this dude was a cutthroat and had hundreds of bodies, and that's why at least in el dicho, hey, dale Fierro, way. That's actually a badass dude from like 200 years ago. I think it was around the revolutionary times. They were whacking. Remember, Mexico was going to war with everyone. They're killing Mexicans. They're killing indigenous natives. They're going to war with Apaches and all that in the Sonora and going to Arizona area. And están matando Americanos. Because the Americanos just went into Texas and shit and said, fuck it, we're chilling in Texas now. And the Americanos, I think they were kind of looking at Mexico. You know what? They're battered, man. They've been there. They've been colonized. Well, before they were Mexico, but you know what I mean. They've been colonized. They fought the Spanish. They had Napoleon come. Napoleon was smashing over there, all of like Pinchy Ireland, or took over a huge area over there, and then said, "No, I'm going across the sea. I know they got more land over there. I heard they're already over there taking all the Pinchy oro." And so they were battered, Mexico, man. And as they were battered, the United States, I'm not gonna say they didn't have badass generals. Guess who's gonna win the war? Guess who's gonna win the war? Whoever has the baddest generals. Hmm. You can take that to the bank. You can cash that shit. Eric AC, that's right, my boy. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you tapping in, covering. Overtime will no longer true or false. It is true that across the board, overtime, Social Security, and tips was included in a budget spending bill. It got 200, it got all the Republican votes, and it got no Democratic vote. They didn't want it because, of course, they don't. You don't want to be the party that's opposite of the party that was fucking telling you the truth that this is what you got to do. You got to shake shit up, and to prosper, we got to do the opposite. We got to do a 180. But if you see it through certain lenses, you know, you're not going to want to do that. Like at the State of the Union, there could be people sitting down and having no emotion on their faces, but they have to align with the political party. You don't want to be the oddball out. You won't have that seat. You know, you won't have that seat. But really, what matters is your constituents because you got voted in a district. So your people are somewhere. My people would be right here. Central Committee with Karina in the Hispanic Assembly. When I started with Martinez, that's right, Calderon. What's the word, Huelga Bird? LA County's in the casa, always been in the casa deep, man. LA County's deep, always the deepest, huh? Shout out to LA County, man. Always the deepest. Always the deepest. Primero Dios, it goes down. We will see. Yep. Primeramente Dios, of course. We're not promised anything. We got to get there. This is next Wednesday. This is March 12th. This is 6 o'clock. And we're going to talk about immigration, deportation. We're going to talk about this administration. We're going to bring up the Citlali case, the Jocelyn Rojo case. Man, you notice I just spit those out like in 5 seconds? It's going to be a great conversation. And I want the guests to cross stream and anyone to feel free to share the live. Everyone has a Facebook, a page linked up to their smartphone. Come on. When you want to share something, cabrones, you can, you know, you hit one, share. The next one, share. The next one, share. You probably have like 5 or 6 cabrones, huh? I just got the major ones. I just added X because people kept telling me about X, and I know that now that they lifted the censorship, um, its numbers have gone up. You know, they say that dude's the smartest dude in the world, man. That's what they say. Now that's just a statement. Now, what's true is that he's the richest man in the world. He can't spend money fast enough hasta que se muera el güey. You know, Jalisco's in the casa. That's right. That's where mom's is from. So yo soy la mitad tapatío y la mitad tarasco. Mom's was from San Jose de Gracia. El rancho se llama San Jose de Gracia, Jalisco. Pops, Cualcomán, Michoacán, municipio de Cualcomán. Al lado de the neighboring city is called Tierra Caliente. And it's really like a narco city. Cartel runs the whole shit. That's what I said on the live on Monday. That got like 8,000 shares on TikTok. Like 80,000 views on TikTok. The cartel's been running Mexico. You think a politician could do what they want? They'll storm their pinchy mansions like Scarface. 1,000 people jumping over your walls. What are you going to do then? Call somebody? You know, so that's what they do. Just like on the movie Training Day. Remember, she was going to publish the newspaper. The dude came out, took one dude out with the single gauge. It was like an 8 gauge. Pumped it, reloaded, and pointed it at her. Says, "Si valoras tu vida, no publicas esas fotos." And she had some cajones, man. She had more cajones than most of you vatos. Let's just keep that a buck. She had more cajones than most of these dudes out here, man, on the internet. Because she published the pictures. Guess who that was? La voz, cabrones. I'm sure there's hundreds and hundreds of voices. What they need is their own task force down there to start cleaning up for the public safety, man. So we'll talk about the cartel, guys. Hey, did Mexico sending them to the United States? Did they sell out their own people? We're gonna bring the heat on Mexico tonight, okay? Wait. Yo, that's right, Bigfoot. I appreciate you, cabrón. Orale. Yeah, that's a Chicano word, man. That's been a Chicano word since day one. Probably since the 19. Let me guess, man. The black and white days for sure. Well, shit, man. Probably since the 19th century, wait. 19th century. Some people say, nah, it's a 20th century word for sure, but, you know, I don't underestimate how far back it goes. I got 5 generations of my father's lineage on top of me. 5 written out complete generations. And my mother's, I know at least 3. Oh, it's good to have that. I was sitting with the uncle one time. This is the last thing. We'll end it on this one. I'm sitting in Santa Rosa. I'm sitting at the uncle's house. I had business in San Francisco, right? And one morning he's making breakfast. Now he's just telling me stories, man. My great grandfather, got taken out on his wedding day and all these crazy stories. And I'm like, what? And I'm like, let me check this out, man. Hold on. I grabbed the pen. Se casó con y luego tu abuelo this. I had about 5 generations above my dad. And I got to thank Unc. Imagine if Unc didn't do that, I wouldn't have it. I wouldn't have none of that. You know what I mean? That's what's not happening nowadays. You know what I mean? I think the generations after mine, which is the last of X, I'm X, right? I'm like the last of X. God, I was born in 81. I'm like the cutoff. I'm at the edge of Generation X. Like, pinche gordito. We're still, we still had our parents around teaching that. Let's go. Let's go. Check the builders fired up. The 12th is coming, my boy. Just wait to see the thumbnail and you'll see it cracking, man. You're a great fight commentator. Hey, I appreciate you, Cabron. It's going to make me more of those comments to make me put a fight together. Which one do you want to see? I've been trying to put L and the runner. I've been trying to put that one together. Should be in the town hall. Uncle Dizzle, man. What's up with Uncle Dizzle? Where's King Kong? That's right. King Kong ain't got shit on me. That's right. You remember that one? Yeah. There's a lot of good clip scenes. Shit. When I barely bought my sampler, I was sampling all the movies. You seen which ones I had? I had Men's Society. Of course, I had Santana Paco and all those ones. I was just having a field day one day, just pulling out samples, man. And I might have gotten one, at least one from Training Day. The craziest part on Training Day was Noel G. Noel G, this was the craziest part. And I got to shout out Chicanos, man. I got to shout out Chicanos, right? So remember when they took the Gavacho to the house and he gave him a blend or something? They counted the cash, right? But he had this little sister count the cash. And the Gavacho doesn't even know he's counting the money they paid to have him whacked, to have him hit. They're counting. He took him to a nothing but a Mexican house, right? Everyone has tank tops on. So, anyways, they sit him down, get him comfortable, play poker. When Noel G got up and he said, "You know what, that dude Lonzo, he's a ruthless vato." And then he told him, he turned around, told the Gavacho like this. And then the Gavacho knew, oh shit. I didn't even know I got played. He told him like this real quick. We're gonna end it with this one. He turned around. We'll read some more comments. He turned around, I told him, no, he stared out the window. He goes, "You know what? I think Lonzo played you for a fool, let's say." Oh man, I gotta get that sample, man. Now I'm gonna get the sample. Gracias a Telly. I'm gonna get that sample. I'll put it up there. But why do they always have him play bald head? He has a goatee, bald head, man. That's a good movie though. I can't wait for the YouTube Yada the Awards. The year barely started, and there's already. Oh man, I got more ops now, or what? Wait, for what? For what do I have more ops for? For speaking the truth? You're a piece of shit if I have a daughter the same age and you would want to hit on her. But let me let that go. But as far as going back to level bail level bail bonds, all they got was to the holding cell, cabrón. And the bail bondsman, and then they got out, you know what I mean? Sticking the chest out, telling stories. Someone did a video on a guy, right? 1 hour. Estaba dentro una hora, something. I was like, pinche raza mamona. But as far as for telling the truth, bro, go ahead and unfollow me, leave me, hate me, do videos about me. I don't give a fuck. I'm always going to stand for women and children. Pendejos. That's called morals. Some of you had them at one point and you threw them out the pinchy window. I don't know why. Well, Mikey, you got to, I don't know. I don't want to hear that shit, man. Especially when the dudes say it in the camera, looking in directly in the camera, and the own words that he said go back to judge him. That's my fault. I did that. No, gracias a Dios that I'm not and never gonna be in that situation. So it is what it is. They want to, just like when we're like when during the last administration or anytime we would talk about that border, and everyone wanted to talk about like making it a brown skin thing, and we're all talking about each other's fucking skin colors. And I said, fuck our skin colors, man. What about the women and the children at the border? Fuck you having the American dream. I'd rather have children safe. Woo, the town hall's coming up March 12th at 6 o'clock. I'm already getting fired up for that town hall. Last comments. Miss ChicanoTube, the most beautiful wifey on planet Earth, is in the comment section. Super moderator. And so, of course, I'm going to read the comments. You're a millennial. I'm a millennial. I got it wrong then, okay? She's right, I'm wrong. She's right, I'm wrong. 81 started the millennial. I'm a millennial, gente. Okay. That means I like technology, I guess. Jetsons, flying cars with the Jetsons. We'll be with the Jetsons flying shit. You can look up absolutely our red dog, but some of us got it from people's bocas way. You know, that's a trip. And of course, you understand that. I'm not shooting at you, way. You understand that, Al Red Dog. Some of us still got it, man, from our fucking parents and our grandparents. Pinchy, hey, sit down right here. Te voy a decir that tú. And you get like, I got 5 generations above pops. Okay. And it's all going straight to the heart of Michoacan. All 5 are going straight to the heart right there. You know, and then until, of course, he got mixed. And you can see that in Pops, man. He had those long sideburns, you know, that, you know, macho Mexican man. A man's man. There ain't gonna be none with none of that having feminine tendencies. Especially now in the food that they serve us nowadays, gente. They're feeding us pinchy hormones. They're feeding men hormones. And then you wonder on some areas like you can't get protein no more. They're trying to feminize men. Oh man. Shit. We're gonna go for another hour if I keep it up. Tonight at 6 o'clock, though, man. This is the quick mix. I said I was gonna keep it to 30 minutes. We're at 36. Last comments. Oh man, they're still checking me on that. I appreciate you, Cabron. I'm getting checked over here. It's all good. I want to know when I'm wrong. Wait. I'm not the fucking concordance. I'm not the Webster dictionary. The thesaurus, none of that way. I created the platform so all the Chicanos can come Kyle and everyone that's cool with us. You know what I mean? Khakis and Chucks, wait. Khakis and Chucks. Only reason I would watch L Runner is to watch Runner, you know, I don't know. Bro, it got heated, man. It got heated to where when I was trying to put it together, I didn't even know if like I could stop L from like throwing a flying knee at the dude. You know what I mean? Like I didn't even know. Like, am I gonna have to have the referee on super point? You know what I mean? Maybe he'll throws a flying knee, you know? And it's like, what am I gonna do? Next thing is starts taking off the gloves. What am I gonna do? Because you know, it got to that, man. Well, at least that's how L took it. On the opposite side, you know, he was just talk some shit, but then just backed up off it. He backed up off it all completely, all together, not even talking about it, just kind of fucking, you know, left the state left the state of California, whatever he's doing. I pay for it though, just like uh the boxer one, which sucked. Oh, that one sucked, man. Well, I mean, what happens when you get your ass kicked hard, man? And everyone gets to see you get your ass kicked fucking hard, man. Whooped. There was like 4 knockdowns. Was there like 4 knockdowns? Just getting socked up, slapped around, and smacked. You know what I mean? The whole time. I mean, that made Mile High feel good, right? You know, and maybe since it wasn't one of those fueled with disrespect kind of fights, he might have not wanted to go in for the kill too. Now that shouldn't be anything to me. I'm going until that ref stops me, and that ref's gonna have to stop me. You know, and if he didn't stop me, and you go to the hospital, that's the fucking ref's fault. That's the ref's fault. That ref should have stopped it if he sees you just pummeled like a sack of potatoes, you know, which I'm not saying he was, but yeah, that's the first major L any fighter has ever had on series of fighting. But and anyone else wants to step up, man. We don't need to. Let's show the youngsters that we don't need to be dropping comments, dropping little indirects, dropping little, you know, little shit. Just say, hey, man, June, July sounds good. August, September sounds good. And you got to be in my region. You got to come to me. You're going to have to come to me. Catch a flight. We can do it private, though. Absolutely. Yeah, private. In and out. In and out. Any given night, day, morning, hour. Which it was a comedy with the Golden Gloves made up. Yeah. Oh, man, those youngsters. That's right, man. Some Arizona fools are right there, too. If when you look at the walk-in, go back, watch the video, watch the walk-in. Do you see like 3-4 fools up against the wall? There's 3-4 Chicanos wearing Pendletons with brochas, 501s up against the wall and said, but it was all clear. Everything was clear. You know, top security on that one. Couple security teams. We had a couple security teams, actually. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. See you on the 12th, amiga. Don't worry. I mean, I know you got to work. Able to set up fight to run out. Oh, man. Shit. Pinche Telly, way. People don't even remember her way. Does anyone even have? Is there any videos or clips? Chemo would be the only one, maybe, that might have something included in there. When there was a little, she was in videos that were talking about $200. It's about $200, getting burned for $200. I don't know if it's true, but those are the captions on the videos. And maybe Chemo could have it. I don't know, man, but people don't even remember, really, cabron. Man. No, I ain't gonna put, hey, you can't put someone in a boat, bro. And I know you're just joking around, clowning. It's the internet, but you know what's crazy about those two is one accused the other of doing something, and it was really the one that was accusing of him that fucking did it. That's crazy, man. That's a first, right? On YouTube, man. That's the first on YouTube Landia. Gente, I'm rapping this one. YouTube Landia is wild. I'm gonna see you guys tonight at 6 o'clock. Mikey, what do you think about the book of Enoch? Interesting. I think it's very, very interesting, cabron. Because Enoch, the Bible says that he just was not, and Enoch walked with God. Bro, he was taken up. He's one of the few that there's no death on. So he transcended on that. So the visions are kind of like Ezekiel, but bro, when they find that and it's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of year old and it's written, I don't know if that was one of those ones that was found like in 1918. It was called the Amma Hadan Library. There was a bunch of libros that were found in Egypt in the Pinchi Desert. It was like in 1914. And I want to say, but I could be wrong. I know I had the name of the area or the region was 2 words. It was called Anna Hadad or Hagad, something like that. But I want to say the book of Enoch was also found as one of those. And so, bro, if I get enough, I keep getting comments like that. Hey, break down the book of Enoch. I said this in the beginning, bro. No vine y todo para dar fe. Like I started on YouTube, really is my only hobby, right? I sold all the low riders, toda la chingada. Now I'm on YouTube. But never really to come on here and siquiera teach because I am a minister and I still have an ordination. I go bodas way. I marry people. But if it goes that way and I get enough comments, hey, the book of Enoch, we'll go into it, a whole video. And then that way, those that watch the video, it could be less views, but it'll be a lot more information, man. A lot more educational. Tully's laughing, man. $200. What was that issue with $200, man? It's crazy. Droops just checked in the building. That's right. I appreciate you, cabron. Don't bet when anyone in this community. These fools don't pay what they. Oh shit. Hey, what community is that? You know what I mean? This is crazy. You know what I mean? This is the Chicano genre, and primarily, of course, we're in California. Well, I'm in Central, but this is the whole state. This is all 58 counties. Way we go down from San Diego, we go all the way up to Crescent City. And again, it's the internet, so everyone can hear us. They could be hearing us from Tokyo, and except we're not going to come up in their algorithm because our channel's logistical location has something to do with how they share it. They want to share it in your region because more people will relate to you. All right, last comments. All right, here it is. 40 minutes. All right, let's wrap this one up, man. Georgie says, interesting cover. That's right. Tonight, 6 o'clock. I'll see you guys on Chicano Street Studios at 6 p.m. We got a lot to talk about. A whole lot to talk about again. I'll see you at 6. Remember what I always say? Man, all you guys son los recuerdos.